Okay, this is the WITS voucher management system. We're going to take a look at a couple of the screens here. The first thing we're going to look at is the alert list, and this is right on the home page once you log in. Nice thing about alerts is that you can define, the state can define what types of events should appear here as alerts. And we'll look at that screen here under System Administration. You can take a look at the list of alerts that we've got configured and turned on here for Tennessee. You can be notified when a referral is created. There's a whole list of different events in the system that automatically create alerts that appear for the users on their home screen. Okay, back to the home page. Primarily, most of the behavior, most of the activity takes place within the client list. And in this case, I'm filtering this list. I'm using the client search area just to look for open ATR cases. The guy that I'm trying to look for here and the client that I want to work with is Johnny Cash. And just real quick, I'll show you his profile. This is his demographic screen. This is where all of his first name, last name, gender, date of birth, social security number stored. Those yellow fields mean that they're required fields. All of the data that you enter into the required fields go into an algorithm that then creates this unique client ID for each one of these clients. So that's the way that you can link clients between agencies. Assuming the client gives the exact same information in both agencies, the same client ID is going to be generated. Okay, within the client profile, you can see a number of other screens that will capture things like alternate names, additional information. These are typically optional. One interesting screen is the history screen, which shows when Johnny Cash was added as a client, and then every time his record has been accessed since. This was a training student or a training person that added him originally, and then you can see I'm going in here and looking at his data. So this history screen tracks every event that takes place within his client record. All of the clinical activity takes place here under the activity list. Okay, so you've got the client profile. We can see that that's completed. If I wanted to zoom into his client profile, I could hit review. Intake transaction, we'll take a quick look at what that looks like here. This is completely customized for Tennessee. Lots of similarity with a lot of the other states. Some of the fields are going to be yellow, therefore required. Back to the activity list. Oh, gotta cancel that. Back to the activity list, the GIPRA intake. So in ATR, everything is keyed off the GIPRA intake. You can't do anything until you've got the GIPRA intake done. Let's review that. Here's the GIPRA. Here's all the sections of the GIPRA. Here's all the categories. We're not going to go through the entire thing. We can check out some of these. At the very bottom of the GIPRA here is a link called Summary. This shows you all of the GIPRA data that's been entered on one screen, so I can scroll down and see everything here. So this is just one nice thing to have. So if you wanted to see every one of the GIPRA responses for this client. All of the services take place under this section here called Encounters. Okay, so all of the different services that are performed on Johnny Cash are recorded here by hitting this Add Encounter Record button. The service pull down here is important because this is only going to show me the list of active services that Johnny Cash has on his voucher now. So I can't accidentally bill for a service that isn't part of an active voucher. So if I just choose one here, transitional housing, I've got to fill in a service location. This is something that's required for Tennessee. I could put in a start date. Let's just say 1/20/2010. And number of services or units, we'll just say 1. I'm going to hit save. Before I can actually have this as a completed record, I need to put a note in here about what took place here. So this is going to be some custom note, and once I want to sign it, I hit the sign note button. That's going to push everything off to the right here. Now I've got a sign note. It timestamps it. It tells who wrote it and what the custom note was, and I can keep adding to that. Hit sign note again, and it'll just keep building to this custom note. I hit save. And now if I hit release to billing, this is going to become a claim, and I'm going to get paid for this. It's going to go and test all the adjudication rules in the system, and it's going to pass because it wouldn't have let me even save it had I failed any of those adjudication rules. So that's the end of part 1 of the WITS VMS system.